In the following section, we're going to take a look at the logo design questionnaire, commonly known as a brief. The questionnaire or brief is sent to the client either in hard copy, a piece of paper, or via email. It should cover literally everything you need to know to feel confident about taking on the logo design project. My own questionnaire poses every question I need to know before I start work. Whilst there's always margin for innovation, there should not be gaping holes in the requirements, so it's important that the client does give a good amount of information so that you can understand their business and have an idea of their design requirements. This is especially important whilst working on the internet. So we're going to analyse each question one by one, and you're going to see how the client answers in this case. In the resources, you can grab a form version of the PDF questionnaire. Provided that the client uses Adobe PDF Reader, which is free to download, they can answer every question quickly and easily by typing in their information and ticking checkboxes. They simply save the document when they're finished and they return it to you by email. This PDF can be branded to suit your needs. So here's a completed logo design questionnaire. Each question might be self-explanatory, but I'll go on to explain each just for clarity. The first question reads, what name do you wish to use in your logo design? Obviously this is a company name or personal name depending on the nature of the logo. It might be for other purposes. Beneath this question reads, please ensure you have registered any associated domain names. This is for the purpose to safeguard against the client first asking you to design a logo before they've checked domain name availability. And this is normally the case if you're designing a logo for a website, for instance. So we design the logo only after the client has registered a domain name. Second question reads, what specific tagline do you wish to see in your logo design, if any? Now, some people might choose a tagline whilst others won't. And some people might choose a short tagline, as we see here, which is surfing, or a longer tagline. This may or may not affect the way that you design and position things, so it is something to bear in mind. Third question reads, do we have free rein to use upper and lowercase characters where appropriate? And the answer here is yes. So with this answer we can use capital letters or lowercase letters in the design. Question 4 reads, what is your business sector? In this case it's surfing beach and beach sports. So this question is vitally important because it will determine how your logo looks, obviously. And question 5 asks, what kind of products and or services do you provide? The answer is boards and accessories for surfing and beach in this case. So this question is just as important as number 4 because we might have a surfboard in this design or a scene of a beach, for instance. Question 6 reads, where do you intend to apply your logo? The answer is shopfront paper promo material and all own products. Now, a vector logo is suitable for shopfront, it's suitable for paper, and although we don't know what all the own products are, we can ensure at a guess at this point that they might want their logo applied to clothing, so the logo might be made so that it's compatible with embroidery. It might be made so that it's compatible with vinyl graphics. It might be sticking onto surfboards, cups, etc., caps. So we can ask the client about more information relating to this, the own products. However, we'll make a logo by default that's universal for all. So this is achieved by making a logo with clean lines and a relatively simple symbol. Question 7 reads, who is your target market? The answer is 14 to 40 year olds. And we have a question below: what kind of feel would you like your logo to project, i.e. corporate, classy, fun? And the answer is cool, modern and edgy. So in this project, question 8, or the answer to question 8, is more important perhaps than the answer to question 7, because a surfer is a surfer regardless of age, and they kind of expect the same kind of thing. Question 7 isn't to be ignored by any means, but would be focusing more prominently upon the answer to question 8, which is cool, modern and edgy traits. So moving on to question 9. Which of the following logo styles do you prefer? There's icon above text, icon at the side of text, icon and text incorporated, an enclosure logo, a text only logo, or a custom text logo. Now, an icon above text is self-explanatory. The icon is above the text. Icon at the side of the text, also self-explanatory. The icon is located to the side of the text. Whilst the example shows the icon at the left of the text, it could also be used at the right hand side. It could be used diagonally on the right hand side or diagonally on the left, so that it's slightly above the characters. Icon and text incorporated, as you see in the example, features a cat in the background of the text. It could also have a cat sitting in between the characters, or the cat could feature as a character, almost like a stand-in. So these are just a few examples of an icon and text incorporated. An enclosure logo is one that has the majority of its elements enclosed within a simple shape. In this example of the Hungry Monkey logo, we see that all elements are enclosed with the exception of the banana in the hand, which protrudes from the left. A text-only logo, as the name suggests, is a design that's composed of only text. Now the text might be an existing font, or a collection of existing fonts, or modified existing fonts. A custom text logo is one that comprises of custom illustrated characters as opposed to use of an existing font. This is considered quite an advanced procedure, so you might only wish to consider using custom text or offering the service for very short company names. Scrolling down, question 10 asks, which of the following font styles do you prefer? Serif, sans serif, script, block, decorative or heavy script? The client selected block, decorative and heavy script. So we have these fonts to work with in the logo design project. I've covered these fonts in more detail in a separate module. Scrolling down to question 11. Are there any specific elements, pictures for example, you'd like to see in your design? And the client replied, a surfboard perhaps, but not essential. So in this case we have the surfboard to consider for the symbol, which would be appropriate for the sector, but we could also make an abstract surfboard, which is an idea. Question 12 reads, are there any specific elements you do not want to see in your design? And the client replied, I don't want too much detail. Now, considering the application needs, which might be embroidery onto clothing and caps, etc., we wouldn't design this logo with too much detail anyways. Question 13 reads, what are your preferred colours? Orange, yellow, dark blue, light blue, red and black. So we'll have beachy colours here, orange and yellow for sandy colours, and dark blue, light blue for sky and sea, and red and black as complementary colours we could use, or primary colours if we wanted to. Question 14 reads, which colours do you dislike, if any? The answer is pink, so that's a colour to avoid. Question 15, how many colours would you like to use in your design? So this would be a question that's related to the applications, because when it comes to printing, it might cost more to print more than 4 colours, for instance. So the client stated 4 maximum, so we'll work with a maximum of 4 colours. We may only use 3 colours, but 4 is the maximum we go to. 16 reads, please mention any specific existing logo styles which you favour. They've stated the Billabong logo, the Rip Curl logo and the O'Neill logo. So I have 3 examples as a very, very rough guide of what the client likes style wise, and we'll be sticking these on our pin board if you use one and mood board. So as we work we can reference these 3 logos amongst other images for reference and inspiration as we design our logo designs for first point surfing. So this marks the end of the logo design questionnaire. Apart from the one last question, which is 17, is there any additional information you'd like to add which would help? Now this is free rein for the client, they can state anything here, any form of comment. I've said here, the brand is to be aimed at both males and females, so the logo design should be gender neutral. I'd like the design to be edgy, but not to an extent that suggests too much aggression. So from this, the client said that it needs to be gender neutral, hence why we're probably avoiding pink, because that does tend to suggest female, though it shouldn't. And we're going to keep the design edgy, but not too much aggression. So that concludes all the information we have for this project, and we'll get to work.